Hello, my name is Chester Smith. I've been struggling with schizophrenia and bipolar for many years. Recently being diagnosed with epilepsy because it has started to affect my nerves, and I have small seizures which I'm awake for. Some people can handle this in their life and go through with it. I used to not have a problem, but I started isolating about 15 years ago, and it has gotten worse and worse. I do talk to people, I associate with people, but I've just found out that I have something called alogia, or alogia, I don't know exactly how to say it, alogia, where it is a prevention of thoughts. I always thought I was stupid when I would get around people and I couldn't think of thoughts and continue on a conversation. It's something that is triggered in my brain. It's taken me a long time to realize that these are not abnormal things. These are things that a lot of people deal with, but it has isolated me even from my own brain. This is my first video on this, and I've rechanged my channel because I want to start documenting daily. Maybe not daily. I don't think I can do daily. I'm not doing this for fame or popularity, but I'm doing this to try to help other people. Maybe they can see the same thing in me that will help them, or maybe I can see other things in them that will help me. I'm tired of being this way. Isolating myself, not doing things. My house is very clean because I'm OCD, but as far anything that has to do with socializing, anything that has to do with phone calls, it's a roll of a dice. One day I could take phone calls, have no problem talking to people, and then I'll go a whole entire week where I can't even answer the phone even from my own mother. It's starting to affect my employment. They do not consider this a reason to give me Social Security, which Social Security wouldn't be enough for me to live off of anyways. For one thing, I'm not lazy. I had to figure that out because I always wondered why people would call me lazy when I'm a very, very, very hard worker. I'm very, very, very confident on how I work. I work very fast. But when I get around people and other things are involved, and I don't understand exactly what I'm going through, it causes me to blank out. And it happened for so long to the point where I would start to blank out, where I didn't know what I was doing, and I was driving a forklift at Amazon. I happened to be up 45 feet up in the air, and I blacked out for about a good 15 minutes. Good thing they have very, very good forklifts at Amazon that have magnetic tracking, so at least I couldn't go left or right. I pretty much was just hanging there staring at a box for 15 minutes. It's really starting to affect my brain. And my frontal lobe, I now have a gray spot. It's not a tumor or anything like that, but I do have that running in my family. So I have a lot of mental health problems in my family. My brother has kind of these problems too. My sister, yes, but she has worked herself so much to the point where that's like her medicine, is that she's such a workaholic. That's all, like, that's her whole life, and then now she has a family, and that's it too. But me, I didn't have really anything to adapt to. I didn't have a skill. I didn't really have a good foundation of community. It wasn't my mom's fault. That was definitely not for sure, because she definitely tried to. My father was not very much involved in my life, and I was treated more as an inconvenience. And then when I got older, he wondered why he was treated as an inconvenience by me. I no longer have my father. That caused a lot of problems in my life about 12 years ago when I lost him in 2014. And it's caused me to go into a lot of drug problems. I was an IV user for many years. It seemed like the reason why I did that was to cause pain in my body because I didn't care about myself. I've now been clean for a long time, almost 10 years now, and I don't know what to do with myself. I have a lot of skills. I learn very, very fast. I get into things, I get things set up, but then when it comes to socializing, I lack that skill. I can talk to people just fine. I socialize with people just fine one day, but then the next day can be completely different. And it's made it that my employment, my family life, everything is so unstructured for me. And that's all I've ever wanted. And I'm starting to try to branch out in the community and trying to see my potential and how well I can manage my disease. Because I realize I've been dealing with this my whole life, I've just never been able to describe it fully. It really is hard to explain to somebody what you're going through, especially when they're mad at you for something that you didn't do because you couldn't go through with it because of your mental health problems. It doesn't, like I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it, or I didn't feel like it, or I was scared. It just doesn't work for other people. But not everybody's going through this disease, and so they don't know what we're going through in our head. They don't understand that you can't just force yourself out that door. I mean, I literally have fucking freakouts where I would literally rather run down the road and away from whatever the problem is, even though it's not that big of a deal. That was when I wasn't unmedicated. I am medicated now, but I'm still going through this all the time. I'm trying to find groups to help me out. There's not that many free groups for mental health. Most of them, you need to have insurance. I have insurance and I can do it, but I don't want to feel like my mental health is always going to be something that's going to be have to pay for. I feel like there's other people that are going through this can help these other people too. This isn't like drug addiction fully. This is mental health. This is something that some people that aren't even addicted go through. And some of them might need to know how much they need to keep it in check so that they don't end up in situations like me, where you find yourself at 40 years old, you have nothing to show for it. I always wanted better for myself, and I still want better for myself, and I'm still trying every single day, but I need help. And that's why I'm here. If I can help somebody else, but I can get help for myself, that's what my intentions are. I hope that these videos are able to help someone, and maybe what somebody can post back to me can help me, so that I can feel confident walking out my door every day. I can feel confident walking past people. I can feel confident walking into a store and not thinking about other things besides just what I need to do in my life. I know there's lots of people that go through this. We can all help each other. So I want to say, there's lots of things that people can do to help themselves. You stop helping yourselves and you stop trying, that's when things get worse. Talk to people. Tell people what you're going through. If they don't understand, then they shouldn't be in your life. You shouldn't have anybody around you that can't accept you for who you are. You're going through this. Everybody have a good day. I'm going to try to post something every day about my thoughts, my feelings, what I'm going through, and anything I'm using to help me get through everything. Try to have some kind of quote to help people too. I hope you all have a good day. God bless y'all. Stay safe. Smile more.